What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the FTL channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to do a 180 on a BMX bike and everything you need to know about the 180 and how to progress your skills. We're here today at Green Lawn Skate Park in Huntington, New York. It has every feature you could possibly ask for to learn how to do a 180 on, so I'm going to show you guys on different obstacles. The least sketchy thing to learn the 180 on is a bank, something like this. At first you could just carve up it like this, and then as you progress your skills you can get more and more spin. Do a 180, you obviously need to know how to do a bunny hop. If you don't know how to do the bunny hop, click this right here. It'll bring you back to our last video, the how to bunny hop we did last week. With the 180, it's just like the bunny hop. You're gonna want your cranks level, just like this. Doesn't matter which foot is forward. It could be this left foot or right foot. You just have to make sure that it is level. And I prefer to do right foot. That's the way I ride. Figuring out which way you spin is really just which way you're more comfortable turning. And it doesn't matter at all which way you spin. There's a few different ways to spin with your foot. If you spin this way, right foot forward to the left, that's a regular 180. Spin right foot forward to the right, that's a goofy footed 180. Same thing with the left foot. Left foot forward to the right is regular, and then left foot forward to the left is goofy footed. I prefer to do right foot forward to the left. That's what's most comfortable for me, and you'll figure out what's most comfortable for you just by just trying to ride up the bank. Which way feels more comfortable is probably the way that you're going to want to learn how to do the 180. I'm going to say everything you need to know how to do a 180 is in your head and shoulders. So wherever your head and shoulders go, and this is with any spin trick, your bike will follow. If you try as hard as you can to get a 180 but your head goes the other way, it's not going to come around easy. This is the best way to learn right here. You're just going to go up the bank and do a bunny hop. And it could be at any level of height, speed, or whatever you want that you feel comfortable with. But you're gonna keep doing that, and then you're gonna keep carving, getting the angle, because the bunny hop is in the head and shoulders, but it's also in the carve that you take at it. So what I mean by carve is like where your front wheel goes as you're picking up, like that. As you start getting more comfortable doing the bunny hop on the bank, you're gonna try and do more rotation like this. It might not look that good at first, but even if it looks anything like, it could just be this. That's a 180. Doing that, you'll get comfortable with the feeling of carving, turning, and hopping at the same time and rotating. So that's how to do it on the bank. I'll show you another one right here. You're gonna get a little carve at the bank, pick up, bunny hop, and turn your shoulders. I would say that's a good first step on how to learn how to get comfortable with the spinning in the air and coming off the ground as you're rotating. Turn your head and shoulders, trying to direct your bike where to go. As you progress that, you're gonna wanna learn how to do a full rotation 180 and land backwards, ride fakie, and turn out of it. This is just an aesthetic thing. It's if you 180, say you 180 to the left, you're gonna wanna roll out, keep your momentum going this way. It just looks better, it feels better. I'll show you what I mean. So if you 180 to the left, you're gonna turn out this way. This is opposite for me, but if you 180 to the right, you're gonna turn to the right. It looks better and it keeps momentum going, it just feels better. That's something you wanna keep in mind when you start learning how to do this rolling out. But let's take it to the bank. We're gonna do a 180 out of the bank to the flat and turn out. We're gonna do the 180 out of the bank, and there's a few things to keep in mind. It's very similar to the 180 on top of the bank, landing back in the bank. Same idea, same concept. Is when you're coming up, you're gonna wanna do a little carve to whichever way you're rotating. So it makes it a little bit less of a spin and it keeps your momentum going off the lip. And then as you're coming off the lip, you're pulling up, doing a bunny hop, and you're turning your head and shoulders. So I'm gonna be carving to the left, looking to the left, looking over my shoulder, and the bike is following behind me, and it will land. We'll do a slow-mo 180 out of the bank right here. I'm gonna assume a lot of your first 180 attempts out of the bank, a lot of you are gonna struggle with under rotating and then rolling backwards. I'll show you what my first 180s looked like out of a bank. This might look like yours. Don't get discouraged by this at all because it takes time, it takes patience, and it takes practice to get these dialed in. And that's an under rotated 180, and the only thing that held me back from not getting the rotation was not committing, not turning my shoulder and my head and spotting my land. You want to get that good carve up, start turning, pull up right as you leave, do the bunny hop. It's all one motion, and just look over your shoulder spot your landing. Another thing that a lot of people have problems with when they learn the 180 is they're not preparing for the landing. They stiffen up when they get the rotation, and it takes away from the landing. You don't keep your momentum going. And what I mean by that is this. Like, you just almost stop. You don't want to do that. It's going to take a little bit to get used to that. But as you're coming from the 180, you want to make sure you have your rotation and you're going to prepare for the landing. What I do is I almost like put my arms a little bit straight and I start leaning like a little bit back just so I keep my momentum going and don't get stiff. You'll understand once you start getting the rotation how to just push through and keep your momentum going. You don't want to get stuck. But like I said, patience, practice, and just motivation to learn this. And I'll show you guys a couple more 180s, slow-mo. Show you guys a couple different 180s, some low ones, some popped ones, some fast ones. I'll just show you guys a couple different examples right here. Alex behind the lens had a really good point. If you're struggling with the full rotation of the 180, but you just want to learn how to get, you know, a little bit more ready to do the rollout and whatnot, the best thing to practice on is a hip. This hip right here necessarily it's a little steep to begin on. A hip a little less steep than this is ideal because you could do like a 90-degree rotation and still get the feeling of rolling out backwards and turning out. Same concept as the bank. Come up with a little carve, pop. Yeah.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's up?
You know how to 180?
No.
You want to learn?
Yeah.
Let's try it on this bank right here.
Alright.
Try it like this without pedaling on the ramp. You're gonna want some speed.
On the blue?
Yeah, pedal on the blue, and when you get up to the ramp, make sure your feet are level on the cranks. So you can do. You know how to bunny hop?
Yeah.
So you're gonna ride up this, level your cranks, and then bunny hop, just like that. There you go. There you go.
Oh.
That was it. Yo.
Oh.
Did it work?
Yeah, that's it. Now you just gotta keep practicing it. You'll get it better. That was sick. Perfect. Thanks, man. When you're ready to do the 180 on flat ground, you're gonna make sure you have a nice, flat, smooth surface. Something that if you fall on, you're not gonna get cut up too good. So right here, we have this nice painted flat ground. Same concept as the quarter, the bank, the hip, everything. So flat ground 180, it just takes a little bit more muscle, a little bit more practice. Same thing. You're gonna carve. If you're gonna 180, you're gonna do a little carve to whichever way you're spinning like that. Then carve, pull up, pop. As you keep trying this trick, you'll realize it is not as hard as it is at first. It progressively gets easier and easier. You got your bunny hops dialed. You know how to carve, you know which way you're gonna spin. All you have to do is turn your head and shoulder and spot your landing. As you're pulling up, same thing with the bunny hop. You turn, carve, same thing as the bunny hop right here. You're gonna push out, level out your bike. So you don't even need that much air at all to do this trick. You just need that carve, the right timing for the hop, and then the shoulder spinning and the head spinning. I keep repeating this, but wherever your shoulders and head turn is where your body and your bike are gonna follow. And then you just spot your landing and prepare for that landing the same way that you did out of the bank or the quarter pipe, and just prepare to roll out. Keep your momentum going. You're gonna want a little bit of speed. You can try this at first if you're uncomfortable going fast. You could try this creeping along. You could try this going like this. It's just when you're going slower, you're gonna have less momentum to roll out, and it might make it harder to land, but you will get comfortable doing the head, shoulder, turning, popping at the same time, and getting that rotation. So just like this. Don't carve too much. You don't want to over carve because then you can wash out your front tire. Like if you go like this, don't do this. Like don't do that because then you're not gonna land it. Another don't is don't bunny hop. This is the bunny hop tutorial right here. Don't do the double tire hop at the same time and just whip your back end out because you're gonna do one of these. It's not gonna be pretty, it's not gonna feel good, and it's not gonna work. You're gonna be like you have to do the same thing you do at your bunny hop. Front tire at first, back tire following, and land smooth. This is with every trick, but when you land, you want to compress your knees and get ready for the impact of the landing. Keeps your momentum going, keeps your speed, and you'll roll out smooth. So let me show you again. As you're getting better at this trick, it will just be like, you don't even have to think about it. Like you could just be riding down the block. I saw a little 180. Repetition, repetition, practice. Take those key tips I mentioned. Head, shoulder turn. Bike will follow, bunny hop. Front tire off the ground first, back tire following. Push forward. As you land, bend your knees. Get ready for impact and roll out smoothly the same way that you turn. Keep your momentum going. If I missed anything, let me know. If you guys see anybody in the comments that needs help, that I didn't explain something correctly, or they have a different problem that I didn't mention, please help them. I'll try and answer all the comments. I'll show you guys some examples of the 180, what it could be used for. Literally on any grind, anything. I'll show you guys some examples right here. Another thing I wanted to mention about the 180 is once you start getting comfortable with it your normal way, you can also learn it the opposite way. So whichever way that is not your preferred way to spin is your opposite. So for me, I like to do my 180s to the left. My opposite 180 is to the right. And I'll show you just what I mean. I'm doing right here. That is gonna feel a little bit more awkward than the regular one for most people. For me, it's a little bit more awkward. It takes a long time to get normal. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any suggestions, anything I missed, let me know down in the comments below. I wish you guys the best of luck with trying this trick and learning it. My biggest recommendation, as always, is just keep trying, keep practicing, keep pushing yourself further. Don't get discouraged, get motivated, and try it. Good luck, guys. If you enjoyed, check out the FTL channel, FTL site. Subscribe, comment, like, whatever. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.